guys, welcome back to my channel, Life as Maya. Today we have another guest. Guys, welcome back. Sarah, she's been on the podcast a couple of times. Well, not even a podcast. She's been on a talk show. Oh. Don't start your shenanigans. Actually, you guys are going to see her shenanigans a lot today because we're getting into some topics. And I need you to be your raw and unfiltered self. Do not try to come over here and act shy.
I'll try, but don't cancel me.
Yeah, please don't cancel us at all. Please. Well, we're going to hop right in. Like, Sarah needs to know introduction. She's been on this channel a couple of times. And this is us living out our
podcast dreams.
That never happened. Insider. But, y'all, we literally we filmed a pilot episode. Had an outline for 2 episodes, had an intro, YouTube page, email, Instagram, posted our launch video, called each other and was like, this ain't right. Okay, but don't think it was just like 2 besties doing something. No, we were going to try to like stay neutral in politics, and the journey we were going on at that moment it didn't align for us, so.
We were scared for our lives.
Basically.
Top secret information.
So we're just going to talk about some very unserious topics. Today we're talking about hot takes, unpopular opinions that maybe women have, and then we're going to do an advice segment at the end. So before we even get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, so the first little icebreaker we're going to do is, have you ever seen the trend on TikTok where it's like, never say never, and then the girls are like, why would I da-da-da-da-da-da-da?
I have not.
Like, basically, it's like, you know how people be saying, like, never say never?
Yeah.
And then under it, they'll talk about, like, a hot topic. Like, you heard about the Summer Walker thing? Like, the Pizza Hut thing? Wow, what side of TikTok are you on? Basically, it's like, never say never. And then on the other end of it, it's like, why would I allow a man to blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So,
this game that I came up with is never say never. And you're going to either say it could be me or never. Okay. I'm going to give you a scenario.
Those simple.
It could be me or never.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge.
Okay.
Dating, and I'll chime in too. Dating a man for over 5 years with no ring.
It could be me, but it depends on like when we started dating.
Okay. Elaborate.
Like, if we've been dating since college, like I didn't expect him to propose to me in college. Like, I feel like now, never.
Okay, yeah. Now, like if I was single, hypothetically, at 25, I could not date someone till 30 without a ring.
Exactly.
But like for the couples who started in high school, college, okay, yeah, it could be me.
Yeah, exactly.
Telling a friend to leave her relationship.
It could be me, and it has been.
So you don't feel like you should stay out your friend's relationship?
No, if like I know that I mean, I'm gonna tell her, but if she doesn't want to take my advice, like there's only like if I know that he's done something or he's a bad person, like I'm gonna tell you like you deserve better, and I'm gonna tell you should leave. Like why would you? I want better for my homegirls. Like
it could be me.
Yeah,
it could be me. Forgiving a friend after she told something you shared with her in private.
No, it could be me.
It could be me. It couldn't be me more than like 3 times.
Well, at that point,
3 times is like actually even 3 times is a stretch. It couldn't be me after like 1 or 2 times.
At that point, you're just telling my business.
Yeah, if you're just going out your way, like I understand sometimes like things just come up and you just say it, but like if you're going out your way to share the things I tell you in private.
And it's also the context in which it came up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you over there like, oh my God, you'll never believe she told me da-da-da.
Yeah.
Versus like it accidentally kind of slipped out.
Right.
Context is important. But I would forget.
It could be me. Being friends with someone who cheats. This has been like such a hot topic online. Have you been on that side of TikTok?
I've seen videos, but I don't think I've been on like. Wow.
This is not like a definite never. So I guess it could.
Are you cheating on your husband or like?
Let's go being friends with someone who's cheating on their boyfriend, but he's a good man.
But did it happen one time or like they're
No, this is a habitual cheater.
No, it couldn't. It never. Or
never.
Is it never or never? Yeah, never could be me. Because like, if you smiling in that man's face and like, that's your man. Like you should have a certain level of respect. I just feel like if you cheat, period, like on the person that you like are with, like why would I trust you as a friend? That's a character flaw.
It's a character flaw. It's like some people were saying separate the friend from her relationship, but I'm just like, no, cheating isn't like a thing you can separate from.
No, that's like a person. If you have a friend who talks about your other, like her friend, and you think that friend's not talking shit about you, like I just feel like,
babes, there's no exception.
Yeah,
they don't have exception.
No.
All right, we got 2 more. Having more than 4 kids. Never.
In this economy? Never.
No. I just want 2. At most 3. 4 is not happening.
I used to want 4.
That's crazy.
Like that used to like people would be like, how many kids do you want? I said 4.
My mom had 4 kids and I'd be like, girl, I don't know how or why you did it. She always be like, why do y'all say that? Like, yeah. Wearing fake designer.
Never.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Okay, dupes, I understand. Like a dupe.
Dupes, yeah.
Of something that doesn't have the logo on it. Mm-hmm. But why, like...
I'm gonna just wait till I can afford it. Like...
Yeah.
Like the dupe Bottega bags.
Yeah.
I'll wear something like that. But like if it's like a Gucci shirt and they say Gucci, no. Or like the fake Van Cleefs. Okay, let me stop. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you said the fake Van
Because...
No, like I don't mind because even like I think Cartier has like the little like the gold, you know, like the Cartier design, mm-hmm. Like.
Okay, well, yeah.
I don't know, like jewelry. I feel like let's separate jewelry for a second. But like a fake Chanel bag, just get a black bag with a gold chain, or like you know you get the design, but you're not claiming it to be Chanel because everybody just knows it's fake. It's just no.
Yeah, maybe jewelry is a little different. Let me stop. Because I was very close to getting one in St. Martin. But the thing is, when they be trying to sell fake stuff and it still be expensive.
But was it real gold? That's the
no.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's
no.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no. All right, we're going to hop into our next segment. This segment is about unpopular women opinions or just simple hot takes. So I've gotten these things from TikTok, Reddit, Google, ChatGPT, all the things. These do not come from us, but we will be talking about how we feel about it. All right? If you're sensitive, log off right now. Thank you.
I'm scared. She hasn't told me like what any of these are.
Yeah, I haven't shared any of these with her. I was trying to find some like... There were some crazy ones on Reddit that I was like, I'm not even talking about this. Okay. But these are just like, okay. Okay, hot take. Being a girl's girl is overrated. This was somebody's hot take on TikTok.
Are you gonna give like background? Like why did she say it was overrated?
Well, most of these videos they were like, I'm gonna give you like speed rounds of my hot takes while doing my makeup.
Being a girl's girl is overrated?
She just said that being a girl's girl, for her little explanation after it, she was like, being a girl's girl is overrated. Most of the time when you choose like loyalty with women over anything, you end up getting hurt. But I still wouldn't consider that overrated.
I feel like the connotation of being a girl's girl, everybody has like a different definition.
What's your definition?
Would you consider yourself a girl's girl?
I'm a girl's girl.
Okay. I would think I'm a girl's girl too, but then some people, they make it seem to be like it's a bad thing. I don't know, like the...
I feel like some people are making it seem like a bad thing because they're like, this is like you being loyal to women against all things. Like, I'm not like just a girl's girl to... Well, I would be a girl's girl to anyone unless they've given me a reason.
I know. You know when Serena said from Love Island, she's like, I support women's rights and wrong.
Yeah.
I think that was the reason I said it. Like, I use that phrase all the time, like when my friends do like silly little mistakes.
Yeah.
But I also think like it's easy to be a girl's girl when your friends are such girls as well, and they're great people. Like, I don't have shitty friends that I'm like, you're a terrible person, but I'm gonna stick beside you. Like, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I am a girl's girl, but my girls are great, so why wouldn't I be a girl's girl?
And even girls who are like, I feel like being a girl's girl is even when you do get burned or like someone like breaks your trust, you don't put them on blast or you don't do them how you did them. Like, I feel like that's the type of girl's girl I am. I'm not just gonna blindly be loyal to someone who's doing me dirty, but I'm also not gonna like pay back bad with bad, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know.
Has there ever been a friend that did you dirty that you genuinely like wanted to beat their, like you was like pull up?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if I was a fighter, she probably would have been on that list.
Wait, if you were a fighter?
Yeah, like I would not fight this day at 25 years old.
Yeah, but like in the past.
I mean, I was never really much of a fighter. Like I only would fight if I would get more angry over like my siblings, but like somebody doing something to me, it would take a lot for me to get to that point.
Yeah.
But high school, nobody ever actually made me angry enough to fight in high school. It was college. There was a couple of girls I was like, oof, dang, you just need a nice little whooping. What about you?
It was the opposite for me. In high school, I was like,
I
didn't want to, but there were some girls that I look back and I'm like, I should have. I should have.
Have you ever been in a fight?
No. And there have been girls who've been like, when I see you, it's on sight.
Yeah, it's
always. And I see them.
Never been on sight.
Never been on sight. That was so like, at this grown age, we're not doing that.
But, no, of course not. But yeah, no, high school I was friends with everybody, and I remember seeing fights and I'd be like, oh my god, they coming home with scratches, nails broken. No.
Yeah, no, that was a bad look for sure.
It was a bad look, and it would be an even worse look now.
Because now it's like you're going to jail. Like you're going to jail.
I need to hear this one. Conforming to traditional women roles can be liberating if chosen cautiously, not imposed.
Can be liberating.
Traditional women roles. Think the women's roles in 80s, 90s. Those type of roles. Cook, clean, have babies. Let your man pay the bills. That could be liberating if chosen cautiously and not imposed. So the man's not forcing you to do it.
Yeah. It is liberating if you want to do it and he's not making you do it.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree.
I feel like we're moving away from that. And I understand it because, like, I love my independence. I love bringing home bread and, you know, spoiling my man too. I get that. I love that. But if it wasn't imposed and I got to choose, I would feel a little liberated.
Yeah. Like, I have my thoughts about feminism. But...
Okay, well, speaking of feminism. Feminism doesn't require constant activism. Surviving and thriving in your own life is enough. Hot take.
Agree to disagree.
You think it requires constant activism?
I think in a society where it's, what is it called? We live in a patriarchy. Is that where like men, like, I'm sorry if this is not the correct language. But I just feel like in a society where like women weren't allowed to have bank accounts and we couldn't work and all of these things, like even what's going on right now with like abortion rights and everything, like women are constantly having to fight for like basic human rights and to not be seen as baby makers. So on one side I'm saying like, yeah, traditional roles can be liberating if chosen, but like not everybody chooses that. So like,
that's true.
I do think to a certain extent, like you do have to
still be active and
yeah, because the minute like a man gets in charge, like he's trying to tell us what to do again, and it's like if we don't fight back, then like I don't know. I feel like we're constantly having to prove our value.
Okay, that's a good take, because when I first read this, I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think every woman needs to be an activist, and not everything needs to be a gender war, and we don't always have to be like women this and men this. Like, it doesn't have to be that. But coming from your perspective, yeah, in the times that we're in, definitely being in a patriarchy, rights that we fought so hard for being kind of like taken back a little. Maybe in this time it does. But also I just feel like we need to start being more wisely with the battles we pick. Like, there's some really, really important ones, but I feel like sometimes we get lost in like the little ones and making, not everything needs to be a big deal. Like, focus on the main point and let that be our fight before we pick all these little things.
That I agree with.
Yeah. Because I feel like this goes into another one. Our generation is becoming increasingly sensitive to things that don't matter, and it's more annoying than influential.
Yes, I agree. Like,
when millennials get on us about that, I don't like. I agree with them. Like, I'm not offended. I'm like, actually, I understand. Like, do you remember? I saw a TikTok was like, we used to do, to be honest, and then rate mines, where you would literally like put a picture out there and be like, rate me. Like, we were bold, and like, if that was a thing now, that wouldn't be okay.
I also feel like jokes used to be funny. Like, you could joke about some wildly inappropriate stuff
on the internet,
and it was funny. Like, people weren't.
You knew the difference from somebody being malicious and someone just being funny, and it wasn't. Everything wasn't. You're coming for a certain demographic of people. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, there are things that our generation has become sensitive to that are important. Yeah. But like, there are also some issues I'm just like, this isn't an issue. Yeah. At least not in my opinion. Like, and we're both like minorities. We're both women. So I feel like us saying this, like, we have the right to say it.
I think so too.
Because if it was like somebody who
I grew up with like a bunch of guy friends too, and like they say the craziest things, and like I think it's character development, like at the very least. Like,
at the very least.
I don't know. I just think like I have a lot to say about that. But
what's something you think we're sensitive about that we don't need to be so sensitive?
Lord, not for the internet.
I want to think something that I can say without feeling cancelable. I'm actually trying to think.
I know, I'm like blanking. Like,
I am too. I don't really have one off the top of my head, but there just are certain things I'm like, it's not that deep. Oh yeah, the things that are coming to my head, I could never say on the
I know. I was like, we can talk
offline. We have this conversation offline. All right. Hot take. No such thing as a bad texter. They just don't care enough to respond to you. Now, she had a lot to say about this. Like, she was breaking it down. She was like, no one texts bad. Like, if you know how to text and form a proper sentence, you can't text badly. She's like, everyone's constantly on their phone. There's somebody on your phone that you're a good texter to. The people you're a bad texter to, you just don't care to respond to them. So there's no such thing as a bad texter.
Well, there's a difference between like being short in a response and also like not responding ever.
Or like ignoring.
Like, there's a difference. Like, my mom is a terrible texter.
Because she doesn't respond? Or she's short?
She's short. Like, I'll send her like a paragraph and she'll send me a thumbs up emoji. And
if
you're a foreigner, or I don't even know. I don't know if it's like a foreign thing or if it's like a millennial. My mom's not a millennial. I don't know.
Just an older crew.
Yeah, like, I don't know what that is. But she'll literally send me a thumbs up and I'm like, that's all you have to say. But then on the
okay.
Yes. But then on the phone, she got a lot to say. So,
right, yeah.
I don't know, like, I would say my mom's a bad texter, but she's like that across the board. But like someone who like only texts their man back and doesn't respond to the group chat.
They're not a bad texter. They just don't care enough to respond to us. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe they're just not a bad texter. They just don't care enough. Which, I mean, one of my friends told me that she's glad that she's trained us up in that way that we don't expect responses.
I know you're talking.
Of course. She said, I'm so happy I've trained my friends that they don't expect responses.
We love you.
We know, like,
We accept you for you.
Literally, we know you don't care enough to respond to us. We're gonna have to blow that phone up. But yeah, I was like, maybe we call her a bad texter. She's not a bad texter. She doesn't care.
She doesn't. We're just chopped liver to her.
Literally, she's like, girl, y'all ain't talk about nothing. I'm not responding. Like, see you on TikTok.
See you on Instagram.
Or see you on Instagram.
I'll watch your stories, but I won't text
not
you
responding
back.
to you.
She gonna watch this and be like, you.
The comment. I'm like, oh, you can use your typing screen, I see. You know how to use your keyboard now.
She's supportive though, I give her that.
She is. She really is. She really is. Switching gears a little. Ambition can be exhausting. It's fine to coast for a while. For sure.
Yeah.
I think
How is that unpopular?
Because I feel like in America, ambition is like pushed.
Yeah, but that's how people get burnt out.
Yeah. Like everybody, especially like if you go to a state, like I feel like in Virginia we have like a mix. Maybe. I feel like there's still a lot of ambitious people here. But like the culture in New York versus like California is like two different. Like in New York, everyone's like hardworking, like fast-paced ambition. Whereas in California, it's like you don't even know what half of the people do down there because they're just chilling.
No, that's true because like even like the company that I work for, we have an office in DC and an office in New York and other offices too. But the culture of each office is so different. And like people say like the people who work in DC are a lot more family oriented. Like they spend time with their family.
Yeah.
Like apparently DC is a family oriented place, which I would not.
I would
think
never guess that.
But that's how they view it in like corporate life. Whereas like New York is like they work longer hours, like hustle and bustle. It's very interesting. But back to your unpopular opinion, like yeah, it's okay to chill out for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like normalized. Like someone who, like I've never judged someone, but I know people who'll just be like, if someone doesn't necessarily have a purpose or passion and they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just living to survive, most people would judge that. Whereas I'm like, more power to you. I wish I could just coast without the stress of like who I want to be and what purpose do I want to live in life.
Well, I think that's, like you said, it's just like, did you say it's only in America or did you say?
No, I said it's mainly in America, yeah.
Yeah, because people here tie your value to your job.
That's true.
Like, if you go to Morocco, for example, and you meet someone, you're like, so what do you do for work? They're going to look at you crazy. Like, they're going to be like, why do you care about what I do for work?
Like, why do you care?
Yeah, like, because, like, I mean, granted, like, they probably don't have, like, the best jobs there. I mean, like, I don't know, like, maybe if they bring up their job, whatever. But if you just, like, meet someone at a coffee shop and, like, you decide to talk about work like we do here, they're gonna be like,
that's like not a thing for them.
That's not a thing. It's not a thing in like Europe either.
I was about to say Europe. I know like people are. I've watched the podcast and they were like, the girl was saying like that you go to America and everybody's like, oh, like that's a conversation starter. Like, what do you do for work? She's like, no, we talk about so much more about a person than I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that person was a lawyer in 5 years ago, or even like I just think about St. Martin. We went for our honeymoon. This guy, he worked at a surfboard company. And I don't know where he came from, but he said he literally came from that country to come work with his uncle and his surfboard company, and he's so happy about it. Like, so happy, simple life, get to be in the water all the time. And I'm like, that's beautiful. Like,
yeah,
that's the type of work that I want to be ambitious about.
No, exactly. Like being happy and not. Because I feel like it's a flex here to be tired all the time. Like,
yeah,
I'm at work sometimes and everyone's like, I'm tired. No, like, I'm super tired. It's like, who's the more tired contest.
Well, how many hours of sleep did you get? I've only had 4. Okay, brother.
It's like, who can work themselves down to the ground
the
fastest and the hardest? And I'm like, why is that a thing for us?
That's another thing about people older than us. They hate that Gen Z, like, doesn't want to work as hard.
I know. Have you heard that Gen Z doesn't want to be promoted?
I could see that.
Like, people are...
No, but I could genuinely see that. Because even when I was working my job, when I would see my managers, like, I don't want to get to where y'all at. It don't seem fun up there.
No, not at all. Apparently Gen Z is turning down promotions because they're like, I actually don't want to be a manager. Like, I actually don't want to work harder. No. Like, for a little bit more money. Like, I'm where I'm at. That's not me. But just in case.
But when you look at the people,
no, I'm serious.
Just in case y'all hiring. But when you look at the people above you, do you see like, oh, I could actually do that and be happy? Because I feel like that's the difference.
See, the thing is, like, half the time I don't know what they do. Like, the managers and stuff, I'm like, what do y'all do all day? Because, like, at my level, like, I'm doing all the grunt work. Like, but, like, I guess they're, like, the creatives and, like, we're the executioners, almost. Like, they do a lot of the thinking.
Okay.
And then we do a lot of the executing, if that makes sense. But I don't know, it's a little bit different for my job. I mean, I feel like I could, but we'll cross that bridge. Because the thing is, like, once you climb the corporate ladder, like, let's say you go from, like, coordinator to specialist to manager, I can't be a manager and be like, actually, I made a mistake. Take me back to something.
Right.
Like, I don't think you can go backwards unless you quit and go somewhere else, but even that looks weird. I don't know.
I've seen people at my old job, I've seen people, like, get, like, raises or get promoted. They left the company and then wanted to come back at the, like, original position because they were like, that was just too much. Whereas most corporations, it is supposed to be the sign that the more you grow, like, you get promoted, not that your responsibility comes less, but it should look different. Like, you shouldn't be the one doing the late nights and stuff. That is for the people under you.
That's true.
But in my experience, and in a lot of my friends' experience, it's like you get promoted, you start getting more responsibility, and that'd be too much. This was someone's hot take on TikTok. If you have a lot of friends, you're just a people pleaser. You're not actually that liked. I feel like that was a dig at me.
I feel like you can't be friends with everybody. But, like, if you have a lot of friends, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think you're a people pleaser. That doesn't mean that I'm, like, this, like, non-confrontational, not problematic person just because I have a lot of friends. Like, I'm not gonna people please everybody I come around.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think if you have a lot of friends, you're a people pleaser. I just think, like, there's different levels. You're closer to some. Like,
right.
How hard is it to be cordial with a person? Like, it's really not that hard. You do it at work. You do it.
Yeah.
Like, just in life. So I could see, like, being friends, but you might not get into certain topics with that person, or, like, I don't know. I disagree.
And you're also just, like, you still have the choice to be friends with whoever you want to be. Like, nobody's forcing a person to be friends. Yeah. This kind of ties into what we talked about earlier, which I kind of forgot, but if you care deeply about others' opinions, you're not happy with yourself. I'm only looking at her that way because we were talking about how in 2026 she's going to care less about what people think. But I don't know if it ties into happiness.
No, I'm a very happy person for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure. I just think that I let people's opinions influence my thinking process. Like, if someone shares, like I'm excited about something, like, super excited, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then they're like, I don't think that's a good idea for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do it, but I think for a second there I'll be like, well, are they right? Like, am I making the wrong choice? But it's not because I'm not happy. I'm just like an overthinker. So.
Yeah. And on the other end, I feel like I can also be, like, easily influenced to do things. Like, I guess if someone shares their opinion about, like, why I should do something, if they have a good reasoning, I might just do it. I don't know. That's something I want to work on. Really just, like, honing in on my truth and being okay with whatever that is. And if someone disagrees or agrees, like, it does not matter. I should just be okay with my decision and my decision alone.
Facts.
All right, we have just a few more. If your man lets you pay 50-50, he's not a real man. That's a hot take.
Agreed. But it depends on the circumstance. Because if my man don't got it, and I actually love him, I'm gonna go 50-50 with him. Or I might even go, like, 100, I might just cover it.
I feel like I'm gonna just cover it. Yeah. I don't want to do 50-50 on that bill.
No. But, like,
But like 50-50, if you're saying like a relationship wise, like, oh, I feel like 50-50 is such a dumb conversation.
Here's why I have a problem with 50-50. I feel like for 50-50 to be really truly 50-50, when you are giving birth at the hospital, he needs to have that cramp machine on him. And when you are cramping, he needs to be cramping.
Okay.
And when you're on your period, he needs to be cramping too. Like, I just feel like with the amount of things that like women bring to a relationship, aka like we give life, like, you know, like
the most important thing.
Literally, and like there's just certain things like I don't know, like, okay, yes, lots of people give birth, women obviously, but like, hold on, I need to backtrack, this is not making sense. I just feel like it's not 50-50 unless like everything is split down the middle. Like there's no way you can do 50-50. I just agree with it. Yeah. Like just because you split bills doesn't mean like it's 50-50. Like that's just splitting bills. You're like, that's your finances. I don't think that is what 50-50 means. And I don't think that if you split bills, you're in a 50-50 relationship. Because true. Other aspects of your relationship might not be 50-50. Maybe y'all split the bills, but
you still holding all the emotional weight of the relationship.
Yeah, or like maybe like he does all of the cooking and the cleaning, and like the only thing you split with him is like I don't like that. Like the whole concept of 50-50 really rubs me the wrong way.
It's such a low-hanging fruit conversation.
Low-hanging fruit? Okay, corporate.
Oh my god, is that corporate?
Yes!
I heard that on TikTok the other day. I was like, I'm using it. I love that.
No, they always are like, I think like, you know, like this is like low-hanging fruit. It's a thing.
I heard it on TikTok and I was like, love that.
Trauma.
Right. Motherhood is not inherently fulfilling or necessary for every woman. I don't think that should be an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I feel like if you want to be a mother, you should be a mother. We are too invested in celebrities' lives, and they should share less and allow everyday influencers to be the ones who share more on the internet. Because you know how like there is definitely a shift between celebrities having podcasts, streaming, being more vulnerable on the internet. Do you agree with that, or do you not?
I think we expect too much out of celebrities. Like, I feel like people, like, okay, someone goes through, like, a divorce.
Yeah.
People want to know, like, why, where, how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that person cheated, who they cheated on with, and they're just, fans have this, like, notion of, like, well, you put everything out for people to know, so, like, you owe us this.
Yeah.
They don't owe you that. And, like, even with them being, like, more vulnerable, like, part of the reasons, okay, reality TV. Part of the reasons I watch reality TV is because it's so not realistic to my life at all. Like,
yeah.
It's so, like even with the Kardashians, they live a life that, like, is so almost unattainable and, like, out of touch that it's entertainment. Because I'm like, wow, like, they live a whole totally different life. So I don't know, like, if... But I also don't care about celebrities that much. Like, they're genuinely entertainment. Like, whether they're singers or just whatever, what are they called? You know, just people. That's just what they're there for. They're for entertainment. Like, we don't need to
I think it's scary.
Life out of them.
It's scary how invested people are in celebrities' lives. Like, you see the comments, and you're just like, why do you think you're obligated to that? But people literally do. Or, like, bullies, because, like, Love Island is a good example of, like, how fandom can become, like, really dangerous. Those people are way too invested, and everyday people who went on the Love show did some crazy things, and then, like, now you're sending them death threats, and you hate them, and you want them to lose their closest relationships. Like, I don't know, and then that could be a very scary place, and being too invested is one of the reasons why.
But I'm just like, don't y'all have things going on in your own life? Like
I couldn't imagine leaving a comment. I have never left, like, a hate comment.
Never.
I've never, like, I don't know what people feel like, oh, this makes me angry, so I'm going to comment and tell them how it makes me angry.
I never.
That's crazy.
It's insane. The most I'll do is have a debrief in the group chat with my girls.
Yeah, take it to the group chat. Some things can be taken to the group chat. We was talking about Love Islanders all in the group chat. I would never comment under one of the Islanders I didn't like I didn't like that much and be like, oh, I hated the way you did this person. know. That's so strange to me.
So strange. Especially, like, you don't even follow the person, but you're going to their page just to leave a bad comment.
It's
sickening. Are you okay?
It's so sickening.
I don't know. I think it's odd.
Those people need help. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll go into the advice segment. Okay. Astrology is fun but overhyped as a personality guidance. Immediately, yes.
Personality guidance?
Yes, you know how to be like, what's your sign? No, you know, you know something I hate when somebody's like, what's your sign? And then I just like throw it back at them. I'm like, what do you think? And they give me like 3 wrong answers. And then I tell them what my sign is. And they're like, you give that type of energy. Well, how come you didn't know? I just gave you 3 chances and you did not say what my sign is in any of those. Or like people who are like personality guidance as far as like, they're like, I'll never date a Virgo. I'll never do this.
Yeah.
Like that's too much.
Like the compatibility thing, like you're not going to date someone because they were born in a month.
Like, let's be real.
Also, when people start talking about their rising and their setting and...
Pack it up.
You lost me.
Pack it up.
But, you know, if you're into it, you're into it. Like, who am I to judge? But I don't know too much about it. And I don't, like, get into it. So.
Me either. Like, I think it's fun. Like, in college, I used to always play into it, but then... I'm jumping. All right, well, do you have any unpopular takes of your own that you would like to share? Or any hot takes?
My hot take is fall flavors are disgusting.
I used to be on that side.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice is good. Yes. A pumpkin spice loaf, a pumpkin spice latte. Yes. You like a cookie butter latte. That's basically fall.
That is not fall. That is Biscoff.
All right.
That is Biscoff.
Okay, fall scent, disgusting. If I come into your house with a pumpkin candle, I'm like gagging.
Or leaves. Why the heck do you want your house to smell like leaves?
The balsam leaves I can do. But all the other ones, I don't know.
I think fall scents and flavors.
That is
overhyped. It is a hot take because a lot of people disagree, but
people love their fall flavors. They go, I don't really know if this is a hot take. Wait, let me word this correctly. Because I kind of agree to a certain extent, but then I don't.
What?
I don't think it's an issue. Like, yeah, you know what? This is a hot take because getting married at 24, I realize that a lot of people don't agree with getting married in your 20s. Hot take, I don't think it's the end of the world if someone meets the person that they love and they decide, I don't want to spend the rest of my 20s dating and I just want to marry this person. I think it's okay.
Hot take, I think it's okay to get married before 2 years.
Real specific right there. Like, what? But
no, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
People like you need to know them for like a certain, but everyone has like a different timeline, but like, hot take.
And it's like, maybe you need to know them longer than 2 years. Maybe you don't want to get married in your 20s. That is okay. But like the notion that just because you've experienced your 20s and you're like, oh, no, your 20s is for this. No, maybe your 20s was for this. My 20s are a little different. And I say I agree to a certain extent only because I see the other side of like, find yourself, travel, do all these things before you get married. But like, who's to say you can't do that stuff when you're married? That's the only thing.
True. Hot take, I don't think you need to date a ton of people before you settle down. Yeah,
no, I think you'll save yourself a whole lot of heartbreak, maybe diseases, and experience. Time, like
perhaps money.
Literally money, especially if you're a guy.
I get it, and there's nothing wrong with dating at all. And like
it's just not a need.
I don't think you need to like check it off as like a list of like, okay,
right.
Well, I didn't try all the flavors and now I'm ready.
I like this one.
I don't think you need to do that. I think that's a unpopular opinion though.
No, I didn't, but the thing is I didn't realize how like unpopular it was until I got married. Then I'm like seeing all the sides of TikTok. I swear I'm just running into the most opinionated people who are like, really? Why? Like,
wait, what do you mean? Like you tell them you're married and they're like, why?
Or like, I mean, yeah, that's happened once, but I'll just like be in conversation with people and they may or may not know I'm married and it comes up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, like a lot of people really don't think you should be married before 20s. I've heard it in podcasts, like, but I don't hear it from like certain age demographics. I feel like older people,
That's so, like, bro, at one point, like, okay, obviously I think this is way too young, but people used to get married at like 18 because the lifespan was like 30. Like, you know, back in like the revolution times or whatever.
Yeah. Like, it was just a norm. Like, you find someone, you love them, especially like in small towns. I feel like it's a norm then. But yeah, that's something feminism has pushed, but we won't get into that.
I mean, I just think like the closer to frontal lobe development, the better. But
I agree with that. I do. Hot take. You should probably wait till you're 25.
Frontal lobe development.
I think. Yeah, I was explaining that to my sisters the other day, and they were looking at me like I was crazy. They were like, you got married before your frontal lobe development.
You were almost there.
And I was like, it worked out for me. It might not work out for you.
You got married like 4 months before your 25th birthday?
5 months, but yeah. February, well, technically 4 because it's the end of February, and my birthday's July 15th. I definitely think a lot differently, but I'm just happy that like what I valued in a person remained the same even after my frontal lobe development. So I didn't wake up looking at my husband like, whew, we value things so differently. Like, I don't even care about the things that you care about. But for someone who maybe changes from who they are from like 18 to 24, I think that time period might be a little risky to get married, but I think you could figure it out because so many couples have done it before.
Agreed. I feel like a lot of my hot takes are about relationships.
Like, what's another hot take?
I just feel like people don't ask the correct questions when they start dating someone.
I didn't.
Well, you were in college. But like at this age, like my thing is like I feel like people will meet someone, they like them, they're like, well, I don't want to be too like I don't want the mood to be too serious. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna ask like hard questions. But then I just feel like you're setting yourself up because if you are talking to someone for 2-3 months and you don't ask any serious questions, then at that point they've already won you over. You like them, they like you. You're gonna start to settle because you're gonna be like, well, he doesn't meet this criteria, but like I really like him and he has all these other great qualities. Like, no, ask those questions in the beginning. So if y'all are not compatible, y'all are not compatible. Don't waste your time. But
no, I think that's important. I think again, I'm so blessed to have ended up with someone that I love. But prior to him, even with him, like our first few dates were so unserious. It was just like, I like you, you like me. We did not dig deep for a very long time. So I think that's important too. Another hot take. What? I was just watching a podcast. I was trying to word it the way she did it. Basically, she was saying like friendships shouldn't require as much work as a relationship. And I don't know if it should require as much work, but I do think friendships require work too.
As much?
As much? Probably not.
No. I don't even think that's like possible unless you're seeing your friend every single day.
As much is crazy.
Relationships are work.
You putting some work into the relationship.
Oh, I have a question for you. You were with your husband. Does the internet know his name?
Raji. Yes.
Okay. You were with Raji for 3 years before you got married? Okay. Do you feel like once you made that jump to husband and wife, it was like significantly more work? Or do you feel like because y'all worked things out while y'all were boyfriend, girlfriend, that it was like like a smooth transition? Like, do you feel like having the marriage title certificate, the whole thing, like made it, you know, everybody's like, marriage is hard. Like, what do you think? Like, how was that? Like, was it more? Like, significantly more work?
Maybe not significantly more work, but there is like a transition where you do, like, it's so nice to talk about it, but when reality sets in, like, we are spending a lifetime together, it's like, I don't know, you do put work in. People say marriage is hard. I can see why people say that, but I don't like to say marriage is hard. Marriage is work. And it's like everyday work. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the psychology behind it is, because your boyfriend could be who he is as your boyfriend, but then when he becomes your husband, you're like, all right, we got to pack this up. Which you should be handling that in your relationship, but I don't know, maybe you just feel like when you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, you have time to figure those things out. When you're married, it feels like, is this ever going to leave? And if it's not, we need to fix this now. And I don't know, you can even get into like the spiritual and religious of it, but like, I'm sure even with you, like, it talks about how, like, you know, the devil tries to attack marriage because it's something so sacred and it's from God. So it's like, I heard this one girl say, this is just like one specific area of marriage, but she was like, the devil does like everything to you to get you in bed before marriage. And then when you're married, he does everything to keep you out of it. Yeah. Which is so interesting. But yeah, I just think you have like random attacks coming from like everywhere. And so it can be work, but I think the transition was smooth because, like you said, we were dating for 3 years, but I feel like I'm learning so many new parts of my husband now that I'm like, where was this version? And it's not all bad at all. It's just like, wow, like he opens up more and there's just things we have to get through together because like we're a team and we face everything together. There's just no more, this is me, my issue, and this is his issue. Like everything gets done together. So I think with that, of course, comes work.
Makes sense. But I think the expectation just changes. Like whether we want to believe it or not, like the psychology of it is like the expectations. And I think like whether, you know, you saw your parents together growing up or other couples or like whatever idea you have in your head of marriage is not the idea that you have of like a boyfriend. Like I don't know why that's the case because you should be dating to marry and like of course you're looking for certain characteristics and stuff. Yeah. But once he's your husband, you're like, hello, sir.
We got to get through all this together. Like,
it's a lot.
I mean, you're in a relationship.
I am.
Okay. I just making sure I can say that. But like, do you ever look at your person and you're like, because you guys are being very intentional about like hope, like marriage being the next step. Do you ever just look at him and you like visualize like, I'm gonna watch you get older. I'm gonna watch like you be a dad and you're gonna go through so many stages. Like to me that is so beautiful, but it's just like it's such a like awe of like I'm experiencing life with you. You experience life with your siblings, your family, but it's just different with your person. I don't know. Those are things that I'm like looking forward to.
Yeah, I think why would you be with someone who you're not looking forward to those milestones with? Like,
but it gives me such a like not anxiety, but it's just like I'm gonna watch you turn gray. And wrinkles.
I love that mindset. I have an anxious mindset where I'm like, what if I'm widowed at 30 years old?
Please.
Like that is
Please.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're not gonna go there.
I feel like in the fact that you're thinking about that in your relationship is crazy. I didn't think about that in my relationship. When I got married, I was literally thinking, he gotta leave before me. Because, I gotta leave before him. Because I can't face him. And you know, the chances of that is so low. Like, most of the time, married people, the men die before the women. There's more women widows than there is men. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nah. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna get off that subject.
It's a very scary subject.
It's such a scary subject. I couldn't imagine it. Okay, we're gonna get into this advice I pulled from Reddit, and it's coming from a man, so we'll read it and we'll see what advice we have.
Why would a man be here?
Did you actually watch that interview? Oh no, it wasn't an interview.
What was it?
No,
a TikTok sound.
No, it was a TikTok sound. I was talking about what Renee, what's her name? She was on the Sex Life with College Kids, and she's a singer now.
Oh.
One of her interviewers are like, okay, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about straight men, and she's just like, why? Why would we talk about that? People hate men, but not me. Anyways, okay. His title was How to Deal with a Friend Who Claims to Be Closest Friend but Doesn't Act Like It. I'm 29, male. Used to have a very active social circle, but all my friends have moved to different parts of the world. I have one friend left in the same city who has been one of my closest friends since we were 5. At least I consider him to be. However, I've always felt this particular friend only reaches out to me or hangs out with me when he doesn't have anyone else. Over the last few years, I've realized this more and more. With him ditching me whenever he has someone else to hang out with, quite a few times it has also happened that he would hang out with people I know as well, but will not invite me. What baffles me is he keeps telling me how he considers to be his closest friend. I feel insulted, humiliated, and hurt every time I get ditched last minute, but I don't know how to deal with this. I try not interacting with him at all, but then I don't have anyone else to hang out with. And at this stage of life, it's very difficult to meet new people. Every time he reaches out to me to hang out, I end up going even though I thought earlier I would not. How should I stop caring? How should I stop feeling betrayed and hurt every time? And how should I deal with this in general? I don't know if it's my insecurity or loneliness, but I'm not able to get over this.
Stop, that made me sad.
29 mil.
My Sheila, he don't got no friends.
He don't got no friends, and this friend who's like manipulating him, telling him, oh, you're my closest friend, you're only hanging out with him.
Yeah, it's obvious that he's there for like convenience.
For sure.
But the part that I don't understand is like, why are you acting like you're my bestie when you're constantly flaking on me? You're not bringing me around. I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
How would you deal with this? Like, you gotta put yourself in his position.
Like, I have no other friends. This is supposed to be my best friend. I've known him since I was 5.
He says since 5. I feel like he should be comfortable enough to bring this up. Like, I wonder if he's brought this up to his friend. Like, if you brought it up and you tried to have this conversation with your friend and he constantly does it, then I feel like it's intentional. But maybe he's not realizing it. I know it's kind of hard, but if we're just looking at the cup halfway full instead of empty, maybe he just doesn't realize it, and maybe he thinks you don't care because you don't say anything.
True. But I feel like, I don't know, men in their, like, pride, like...
True.
Or maybe, I don't know. But you're right. Like, if he hasn't said anything, I think he definitely should say something. And then, like, I know it's hard, but, like, they have, like, apps now, like, apps for friendships, like dating apps, but
just like dating apps.
Is it, like, Bumble Friends or something like that?
Bumble Friends is a thing. Go to it. I feel like, maybe, like, not gyms with, like, separate memberships, but, like, going to, like, a boxing gym or, like, Muay Thai, like, you're getting closer to people because you're interacting with them more.
For
so
sure.
You can find friends that way, or I don't know, golf club. I don't know what men do, but
yeah, the gym. I know, like, it depends what city you live in, but like DC, like the Library of Congress has happy hours, and like people go there. DC has like a ton of events. Like you will never not meet people.
And men bond so much quicker, easily than women do. So maybe the things you should do is bring it up to your friend if you desire to keep this friendship, and then second, put yourself out there so you're not so dependent on always hanging out with this friend, because clearly he has another social circle. So build your own.
Yeah, you have to build your own happiness.
Alrighty, well, thank you for coming on, Sarah.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was great. I love to
Love. If you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see her more, you want to start our own podcast, please let us know in the comments. Please let us know in the comments.
No, but actually, because if all of you tune in, then we don't have to work anymore.
This could be a thing. Traveling.
And yapping. You can hear a lot of our hot takes.
We'll come up with a name. But, neutral ground.
Done.
Yeah, we need this out. It is 10:30 on a Wednesday night, and she has work tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
I have work tomorrow night. 6 p.m. But, alright guys, thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Life as Maya. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Where'd you go?